Laura, go to the left. There we go. What fun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for turning up to this event. My name is David Jones. I used to be a Conservative Member of Parliament, and I'm now a member of Reform UK. And I'm delighted to be here today with Nigel Farage and with Laura Ann Jones. And I'm sure you will have a few questions to ask, so before I go any further, I think I might as well hand over to Nigel, who will say a few words.
David, thank you, and good morning, everybody. Well, I'm delighted to be here. As somebody who grew up as a country boy, I love coming to these shows, but I'm not here as a tourist today. I'm here as a party leader. I'm here to listen to particularly the Welsh agriculture and what they want to see happening in Wales. But I'm also delighted to be here to join Reform UK's first member of the Senedd. Laura Jones is, well, she hasn't joined us yet, but in about 10 seconds she will be joining us. And she'll be our first member. As you know, in some of the recent opinion polls in Wales, we have been topping the polls. We will be taking the elections next May very, very seriously. We think the D'Hondt system that's been introduced is actually going to favour us, and we'll be going all out, not just to win seats, but we'll be going all out to win. We will have candidates from a very broad range of backgrounds. Indeed, I also believe there'll be some senior figures from Welsh agriculture that will want to be on our party lists as well. But we also do need people who actually understand how the place works. Or doesn't work. I mean, I don't know. And Laura is the first of those to be with us. So I'm delighted to say that today is a big step forward for Reform UK in Wales.
Thank you, Nigel. And I guess one of the principal reasons you're here today is to hear from Laura Ann Jones. I've worked with her very closely over the years. I'm absolutely delighted that she's decided to become a Reform UK member. So you'll want to hear from her. Laura.
Diolch. I'm Prynhawn da, everybody. It's wonderful to be here at the Royal Welsh Show to announce this. This is the jewel in our crown of agricultural shows here in Wales. And as a farmer's daughter, I feel like I'm on sort of home turf announcing this today. And as farming is the reason that I joined politics in the first place, to fight for them, it feels quite fitting that we're here. So why did I leave? That's what you all want to know, isn't it? Well, after 31 years in the Conservative Party, I just suddenly felt that the Conservative Party was unrecognisable to me. It wasn't the party that I joined over 3 decades ago. I could no longer sort of justify on the doorsteps Conservative policies that were happening, and I could no longer deal with the membership and face the membership and justify what the party were doing. It's a tough decision, obviously, to be here today. You know, like any breakup, there are some good bits and there's some really good people that I will miss in Westminster, in Wales, colleagues and members. But I always hold them in high regard. But this is bigger than that. This is what's right for the people of Wales, the people of Britain. And I truly believe that I've joined a party today in Reform UK that listens to people, is listening to people of Great Britain, and speaks to me, and I know speaks to many people in terms of the values that it offers and what it wants to see done. Wales is a complete mess, as you know. We've got the worst educational outcomes. We've got the health statistics, which are the worst in the UK. Farmers are getting battered, pensioners are getting battered, vulnerable people are getting battered, and we can't have this go on. And I truly believe that the Reform Party is the one, with this great man at the helm. It's good to be here with him today, that is saying all the right things. And I believe that this party can take Wales forward into a great place. Wales needs reform. And I feel that now, finally, in this party, I feel part of the solution, not the problem. So let's reform Cymru. Diolch.
Very good indeed. Very good. Well done.
Thank you, Laura. Now, I guess two of you may have some questions you want to ask. So who'd like to go first?
Laura, when did you tell Darren Miller and the Conservative group, and what was their reaction?
I haven't told them that. They're finding out when you are.
Do you think you owe it to them to have told them before now?
No, absolutely not. I think this was the right way and proper way to do it. The letters are in the posts to them and emails already.
So nobody in the Conservative Party currently knows, well, they're finding out at the same time as us?
Yes.
Next question.
Where will you be standing? Do you know yet?
I don't know where I'm going to be standing yet. It'll be, I'm not sure what the process is. It'll be an open process. We've got so many candidates, I think, that want to stand in Wales. So I'll put myself forward and see what happens.
And are you standing because you wouldn't have a hope of being re-elected as a Conservative member?
No, absolutely not. That's not why I'm standing. I was given incumbency by my own party, and I had a fair chance of getting in. So, I've been through those processes. The party selected me. It's not as though I didn't have a chance to be selected or a chance to be elected. But that's not the point. I'm here today because I no longer recognise the party as the party for me. It's not listening to its members. And I just want to be with a party that's saying all the right things to me and most importantly, will do the right things for this country.
But thanks for acknowledging that Reform candidates have got a better chance of winning. Who's next? Yes.
As the most senior Reform politician in Wales at the moment, at least, does that mean that you will be leading the party into the Senate election?
No, I'm not.
Question was directed to
I appreciate that, but I just thought I'd make that point. Yeah. Nice to see you, Jeff.
Yeah. And the answer?
We'll have to see what happens, won't we?
Yeah, look, I've said this before. I've been asked, of course, you've all asked me, who is your leader in Wales? Remember that Reform is a relatively young party. We've just about moved beyond start-up phase. And, of course, a leader will be appointed in Wales. But the answer to your question is all in good time. All in good time. For the moment, David is, of course, our elder statesman. He's not that old, but he's an elder statesman. And I will be here a lot between now and next May. And we'll see from the 96 that get selected, from those that get elected, we will, of course, have a Welsh leader, but not just yet.
Next.
For Nigel, please. The Conservatives have been wiped out in Wales. Why do you think that recruiting former Conservative members now is going to give you any chance of them being elected again?
Well, I think you're right in one sense that the Conservative Party are going to disappear as a national party next May. You will see the Conservatives almost ceasing to exist in Scotland, in Wales, and a lot of those people, a lot of those voters are coming to us. But we're also picking up a lot of votes from old Labour, and I think we've also got the potential to get votes from those who don't normally vote in elections. And certainly the English county elections on May the 1st were as big a surprise to me as they were to anybody else. We did way far better than any expectations that I had, and that was because of people who don't normally vote coming out to vote for us. So, I think what Laura brings with her is conviction. What she brings with her is experience. She knows how the place works, and that's very, very important for us. And I think what she also brings with her is passion. She really wants to do this. She's energised by doing this. So, no, I think we're in a very good place here.
Yes.
Thomas Evans, Sky News. If I could just get both of your reactions, obviously Laura having just left the Conservative Party and also Mr Farage, in terms of the cabinet reshuffle going underway at the moment, we're understanding here at Sky News that there's a return for James Cleverly. Is it too little, too late for the party in terms of that reshuffle?
Quite how? I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it, really? He's called Cleverly and he represents Braintree, and I'm not sure that either really work, but never mind. No, James is absolutely charming. Absolutely charming. He stands foursquare behind nothing in particular, and so that rather suits the modern-day Conservative Party. Look, do you know what? There'll be this reshuffle. Most of the people that get reshuffled, frankly, are not even household names. No one is even talking about them. And if you look at the polls, they're sliding. They're now sort of 17, 16, whatever it may be. They've got further to go down. And I believe, and I'll repeat the point I made a moment ago, I believe after May next year, they will cease to be a national party.
Yeah, the Conservative Party have forgotten how to be conservative.
Quite.
puts it succinctly. Yes.
Yeah, Alan from SLC News. Nigel, obviously the sustainable farming scheme just been announced here in Wales. Obviously, a lot of farmers weren't happy with the original plans. What would, if Reform were elected in Wales, what would they do with that scheme? Would they keep it? Would they scrap it?
So
what parts of it would you scrap?
Yeah, one of the reasons I'm here is to talk to the farming community, which we've been doing this morning already, spending a considerable amount of time with them. There's one promise that I will make, and that is that we will, between now and next May, get Welsh farmers directly involved in formulating what the right policy is. There's way too much goes on in politics, whether it's at Welsh government level, whether it's at Westminster level, where, frankly, elected politicians with very limited knowledge of subjects seem to understand what the right policy is. So we want a big input from Welsh farmers, and we also, and I've made this appeal this morning to several people, we also want Welsh farming voices, those that are actively involved in farming, to put themselves forward to be on that list of 96 candidates.
Just to follow up on that, with the sustainable farming scheme, of course that was post-Brexit funding that was going to be replaced. As the UK's premier Brexiteer, do you feel you bear any responsibility for the situation farmers find themselves in?
Do you know, I think the biggest problem with Brexit was that actually those of us that believed in it were never in a position to implement it. I mean, David saw this at first hand rather more than I did. No, there are big disappointments in the way that Brexit has been implemented across a number of levels. Of course we stand taller on the world stage. Of course there are benefits that we've derived from it. But frankly, I think when it comes to agriculture, for example, I don't think anybody in government or in the senior civil service ever contemplated us voting to leave, ever had any plan in place, and after 50 years of not making our own policy, we just haven't caught up yet. I mean, David, you were there. You saw it all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact is that the establishment didn't want it. But you make a very important point. You've got two parties in power now at Cardiff and at Westminster. Two governments in power at Westminster and in Cardiff of the same party. And yet the Welsh Government is being denied the funding it needs. And yet the Welsh Government is imposing upon Welsh farmers the so-called sustainable farming scheme, which is going to result on their own figures in 5,000 fewer people being employed in the industry, which will mean less money for farmers, and will mean that probably a lot of them are going to go out of business. We heard that this morning from Welsh farmers. So, you know, quite frankly, I think that the people you should be asking questions such as that to is to the Welsh Farming Minister, Hugh Davies, and asking him why he hasn't yet published the impact statement that's been produced. He's got it. It's sitting in his desk drawer, and yet he's too afraid to publish it because he knows just how badly that will rebound on this Labour government. Welsh farming has lost out as a result of Labour administration. Labour administrations have been propped up by Plaid Cymru. And what we need now in Wales is a change, and we need a reform UK government.
Mr Farage, do you still think that chlorine-treated chicken should be allowed to be imported into the UK?
I'm a great believer in if you write on a packet in great big letters, this is chlorine-treated chicken, and let the consumer make their own choice, I think they'll be happy to buy a quality product. It's the view I've always taken with everything. What I do feel very strongly about, though, is the underselling of British produce. You know, if I go into my local supermarket back at home, I've got to put my glasses on to find out where the produce comes from. You know, I've no idea whether the asparagus a month ago was from Kent, from Essex, from Paraguay. I mean, I literally don't know. And I don't think we make enough. We don't make enough in terms of packaging, presentation and sales of Welsh lamb and of other British products. And it's something that the supermarkets have promised again and again to do something about. And from what I can see, frankly, they haven't lifted a finger.
Can I just say that I think that Wales is crying out for a Welsh government that's more focused on food production and supporting it in every form. That goes back to your SFS comment as well, and less focused on tree planting.
Laura, there's a standards, or there has been a Standards Commission investigation ongoing into matters relating to yourself. Is that ongoing? What's the situation now?
It's not finished yet, but I've had sight of the report, and I wouldn't be standing here if I wasn't confident with the outcome.
Are there more to follow, Laura? Are there others in the group who might join you?
We'll see, won't we?
It depends whether we'll have them.
Who don't you want
It's
to?
debate. I'm not going to play that.
That's a
Good question, though. Very good question.
Okay, who's next?
We've done them in. Very good.
Everybody
Wonderful.
happy?
Thank
That's
you.
what we
Great.
like.
Thank you very
Can I
much.
just get, can
Yes.
I get you two
Yeah.
standing there, please?
Would you?
Just both you stand there and face me.
Yeah.
Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely. Excellent, just hold it 1 second more. Yes, mate, yeah, just put that hand off.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.